Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Sammy Thunder here. Welcome back to the channel. So, if I have taken a significant hiatus with setting up at shows. I used to do it 2 to 3 times a month, if not more. My inventory that I had at one point was pretty deep for small shows, not for some of the larger ones. But I had a pretty decent inventory. And ultimately, I decided, I was like, you know what? I am growing tired of setting up at shows. It's just exhausting. And for probably close to a year, I was out of setting up. I still sold cards from time to time because, I have some people that I've sold to, but I just was focusing on collecting. Well, I've decided to make a shift back into setting up. Not at the same frequency, probably, that I once did, but certainly to enjoy the experience of setting up. Maybe once a month, twice a month max. But I'm setting a deadline for myself. This is the $1,000 inventory challenge. And I'm going to show you some cards that I picked up over the course of this past weekend. I went to the Elephant's Trunk flea market, and then I visited my buddy Mike at the Village baseball card shop, and I picked up some cards to put towards this $1,000 challenge. And I'll mention at the very end as far as how much I've spent so far. But to say the least, I'm setting a deadline, or setting a goal. Let's call it a goal. The goal is to set up at the Brooklyn Card Show, which I've put down a deposit for in June. And maybe I'll be able to do a setup prior to that, but one step at a time. So right now, I bought a bunch of cards that I plan on adding to my inventory, and it's going to continue. I plan on doing the same this upcoming weekend. Stormville Flea Market is reopening on Saturday. I'm so stoked to check it out. I love that flea market. Probably my favorite. So I'm going to check that out on Saturday. And then Sunday is the second day of the Hofstra Long Island National. We'll see what I can find there too. But I think I started off with a really great stack of stuff. And I'll show you one by one. I'll show you some of the commons and semi-stars first. It's a good amount of 56 tops cards, and the majority of these came from, actually I think all of them came from Mike at Village Baseball Cards in the Carmel Hamlet shop. So I'll just show you the cards one by one. I think, for the price that I got these for, I should have no problem putting my inventory and selling them and making a little bit on it, because, we don't want to be you don't want to be greedy, but you want to be able to kind of make this worth the while. So here we have, starting off with Bobby Shantz. So, yeah, these, the 56 tops have always kind of just stuck out to me for being, just really stunning cards. I love the horizontal aspect to it. This one actually has the white back to it, which is cool. Vernon Law. Here you have a semi-star Don Zimmer. Great looking shot of him there. And I think this one's also the white back. Yes. Really, yeah, Mike had some really good looking cards. Team cards as well. The Red Sox. Chicago Cubs. Here we go. Here's another white back card of Roger Craig. Great looking Jim Pearsall. Here's the Pittsburgh Pirates one. I think this one is the white back as well, which is great. Stu Miller. Is that Joe Adcock here? The Braves. Pretty good centering on these two, if I may say so. This one had a little bit of a table hair on it. Ray Boone with the Tigers. Joe Torre's brother. Trying to get this to focus. And even if I pull back a little bit. Well, this one also is, I think, is the white back as well. Camera's not really doing it justice. But anyway, those are the commons that I picked up. And then here are the star cards. So I got the Warren Spahn. And I think this one is the white back as well. This one, I'll show all of Mike's stuff first. Let me stack those cards up. Okay, these are the rest of the cards I picked up at Village Baseball Cards. Here's a beautiful 72 Clemente. Is that really pretty decent looking Nolan Ryan 73. Yeah, having trouble getting this to focus. There we go. That's a little better. 73 Nolan Ryan. I thought this Harmon Killebrew 73 looked really nice. Another Clemente, the 73, another really sharp looking one. Here's the back. Here's another 56, Harmon Killebrew, second year. These are low grade. The Killebrew's a low grade, and high number. Billy Williams from 66. $580. Let me see. I'm going to open up the spreadsheet real fast because I had the number there. I just can't remember off the top of my head how much I paid for everything at Mike's shop. It's just taking a second to open, but this will give me the number overall of how much I spent. Just to kind of, let's see. Okay, I don't have the total for whatever reason, but nevertheless, I will say Mike gave me a really nice deal on that stack of cards. Now at the flea market, Elephant's Trunk, there were guys there that had vintage cards. I mean, it took a little bit of navigating to find, but there was a guy who had a stack of stuff, and so the first thing I picked up from him was this Tony Oliva Ed Kranepool rookie. The guy, I know how much I paid for these 3 cards I'm about to showcase, but I thought it was pretty decent looking. Pretty good centering on it, left to right, top to bottom. I thought it was pretty good. So there's that. I thought this Johnny Bench looked really nice, the 73. Really sharp looking bench. I know a lot of people like it's not, I wouldn't say it's their favorite card of Bench, but it's a really great looking one. Action shot of him catching a foul ball near the dugout. So there's that. And then here is the 1962 post-serial Willie Mays that I got as well. I think I got these 3 for like $65. So should be able to work a little bit, make a little bit on it. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. A really fun find at the Elephant's Trunk. The last thing I'll show you is the New York Mets 69 yearbook. This will go great in the inventory. I got this for a really good deal. And, obviously the yearbooks are, they can be tough, but considering it's the Mets championship year, I think that kind of helps a little bit. So that will also be in my display case going forward. But I will say this much, when I did the number rounding up, it was a little over 400 for everything for the day. So between the commons and some of the stars and the yearbook, I thought it's a pretty good start. Still have some more work to do, and these upcoming shows like the Stormville Flea Market and going to the Long Island National, I think there'll be some opportunities there to kind of help continue replenishing. But I think this is it's a fun challenge. I'm able to make it work. Listen, $1,000 is a lot of money, but to the point where I've gotten, for my budget, it's a portion of my budget that I'm allocating to kind of go back into doing shows again. And I just want to see if, this will kind of lead to ongoing, continuous, success at setting up at shows, and, just kind of reacclimating myself to the environment on the other side of the table. So I think it's a fun project. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and I look forward to the outcome of it. And to me, it's a lot of fun being able to set up at shows and to interact with collectors, and to find homes for these cards. And I do have an existing stack as well that will, that I've had for a while. That will also be a part of the whole thing. But yeah, definitely a lot more to add to this pile. Another 600 to go, and so I'll definitely check back in probably later this upcoming weekend. After Stormville, kind of give you some input on that, and then after on Sunday, probably share more on the Chillin' Chat. But that's all for now, guys. Appreciate you guys watching as always. Thursday, Cardboard and Cold Ones, we have a special guest coming on, so more to be announced with that. But enjoy the rest of your week, guys. I'll catch you soon. Take care.